It's all a finesse. Oh, you stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did Division III football to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And inches at the 37-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Good carry and pickup for a 1st down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle. But back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans would be happy to see that guy all year long.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Cameron Dantzler picks it, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That catch good for only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. That is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Here's Taylor. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, you've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is a screen to Abdullah. He'll have a first down past the 40.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around. Quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Cousins eluding the pressure right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Texans nothing.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. First run for the backup, Abdullah. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
He'll start with a handoff to Johnson.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Good catch there by Randall Cobb. We know him as a long-time Packer, spent last season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
First down carry here for Johnson.
It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
To Johnson again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run with Taylor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
There's a good catch by David Johnson, good enough for a 1st down. And remember, coming out of the University of Northern Iowa, he had played receiver his first couple of years in college before shifting to running back. Used to seeing the ball in the air. And when he's on his game, he's an excellent pass receiver.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Forced out to his left. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Cousins. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Houston set to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. To the air yet again, Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Abdullah, the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Cousins. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Taylor.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU, and Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Zach Cunningham, the leading tackler in the AFC in 2019, is there defensively.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Throwing on second and long. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They go to Johnson again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And that is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And 7 at the 34-yard line.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And Charles is able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. Starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. To Taylor on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Mario Addison in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and now it's second down. The give to Taylor. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Taylor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Taylor. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Second and 8.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here comes Cobb. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there. A big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Third and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 11. They'll start with a give to Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
At the 24-yard line.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not.
And that's caught inside the 35. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd and 8.
Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Cousins. This a screen to Abdullah. Good contained. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
He's out of bounds.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now Abdullah, the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
What are you doing? They ain't got a chance, bud. They ain't got a chance.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Taylor. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Their own 46-yard line.
First throw in OT for Watson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.